I'm going to do my first video for YouTube on the shredded paper. A kindergarten crate unboxing. We have a kid's mix of jelly beans, but they're not just for kids. So I don't know what I'm saying. I'm not sure. No. Okay, so let's start this unboxing. This is going to be for April's month. They always send it a month ahead, which I like that. Always good for planning. So let's see what's in it. So fun. We got some Easter bag shreddings, which I like. I always like confetti. Let's see. So we have some mini erasers. We have about 35 erasers, mini erasers, and there's ladybugs and bees and duckies, so a spring mix here of erasers. These are good for manipulatives, especially with math, so I've learned this year. And jelly beans. We have a kid's mix of jelly beans, but they're not just for kids. Everybody loves jelly beans. And some Magic Crayola modeling clay. I have not used Magic modeling clay. It feels in the bag kind of foamy, so I'm not sure how this will turn out. I know the kids love regular Play-Doh, so I'm sure they'll love this too. So we have 3 of these, and they're all white. And then it looks like a bag of Scrabble letters. I say Scrabble letters because they have the little points at the bottom. See, this J is 8 points, which I'm sure has to do with some kind of CVC word building or something like that. And then of course, plastic eggs, and they're little tiny. Now I just bought a whole bunch of plastic eggs to use for a center idea, so I'm always excited to get more plastic eggs. Oh, there's another package of these spring erasers. So 35, and we have 3 packages of them. I'm kind of excited to see what their little activities are that they have in here. I always like to see how they combined all their items. Ooh. So these are PaperMate handwriting marker pens. And they're nice bright colors. Green, a darker green, a purple, red, and an orange. Spring colors. And it says at the top, designed for kids. Washable. It says washable black ink, so I think the outside is just the color of the outside. But it shows them writing on a paper, tracing over it. So those look fun. I'm not sure what these are. Safari Good Luck Minis. Not really sure what these are. I think they're little mini safari animals inside here. So I'll go ahead and open it to see, because I don't know what they're like. Yep, that's what they are. Oh, they're kind of like rubber. Here's a little mini monkey. Oh. Ooh, and a little penguin. Who doesn't like penguins? then this looks awesome. Everybody knows what a Hatchimal is? This kind of reminds me of a Hatchimal. It's a turtle egg, and it says Hatchums. And on the back, it shows directions to put it in a jar and pour water over it, and then in 12 to 24 hours it starts cracking, and then after 48 hours it starts hatching. So it looks like it hatches, and then after it hatches it grows, because it says watch them grow again and again. So this will be fun. I can tie in with science, of course. And then it showed me on the back. See the one that's checked? It's a little blurry. No, there it goes. That's the one that should be inside my turtle egg. And then my favorite part of these boxes is the books. I like getting the books because they're always typically hardback, and if they're not, they're really durable, and they're always fun books. So far, my kids have loved every book that I've gotten. This one is Guess What is Growing Inside This Egg. This is going to be a fun book to use before Easter for sure. So I've already kind of set aside a couple days before Easter to be using the kindergarten crate book, because I knew that it would have something to do with Easter, so I went ahead and set aside a couple days to add into my lesson plans for this book. And I'll just show you a couple pages on the inside. I love the books. I always love the books. I think I am just as excited as the kids when I get one of these books. So, cool. Look at that big. I'm also always equally excited to see these papers at the bottom and what they have planned, so that I can tie them into maybe centers or an activity. I just dropped something afterwards. So we have this paper, and it's a sight words scrambled eggs. It says unscramble letters to make sight words. And then this looks like, that looks like they have a lot more papers than they usually do. So this one looks like it could probably be used for math, because it has the two separate and then the total at the bottom. So I'm going to say that's going to have something to do with the erasers. And then, does it hatch from an egg? A cool sort for them to do. At the bottom they have animals, and then what animals hatch from an egg, and what animals do not hatch from an egg. And that's the one that they copied a bunch of. So always one of them they do a bunch of copies for, which I always like because I hate making copies. So that would be this one. And then if they have another activity to do, they only do the one copy, and then you can make copies on your own. And then they give you this paper that tells you everything that was in the box. The teacher gift was the jelly beans, so I'm probably going to eat those. Or I might use them as an incentive in my classroom. It just depends on how I feel after going back from spring break. But they could be used, I use a lot of Smarties in my class, so they could be used for good incentives. So then they give you papers that, oh, that is a neat idea, that give you ideas to use the items for, so that modeling, so that magic modeling clay goes with this idea, and you can use these mini eggs and put this modeling clay in it with the little safari animals for Guess What is Growing in This Egg activity. That is a cool idea. And it's a small group activity. Also, I like that they started adding these standards. I haven't gotten a kindergarten crate that didn't have the standards, so when I heard that that was something new they were doing, I was very glad to hear that. They have egg addition, so that one paper, that is exactly what it was for. It was for addition. You can use those plastic eggs with the erasers to do egg addition. It's a good way to keep reinforcing that. And then plastic eggs, which if I run out of plastic eggs, like I said, I have more plastic eggs that I bought, so I can always use some of those. They're not as tiny though. And so the scrambled eggs, you take the letters out and build a word, a CVC word, or something like that. And then the Hatchem egg. Give you some more ideas for the hatching of the Hatchem's egg, which I will definitely be doing. And then I'm sure people have seen these on Pinterest, where you take the egg and you do the word families, where you spin the one side of the egg and it makes a new word with your word family. So at the top, this word family is the op, so mop. Really cool. And then the one under it's at. I haven't seen it done with addition yet, but they also did it with the addition. So that's interesting. And I'm sure if you're working on subtraction, you can easily make it into subtraction. Now, I don't always use everything in my kindergarten box. It just depends on what I'm able to use. I do always read my book and do at least one of the activities in it, but sometimes the other things I do not get to use. Let me see if I can get it all back in the box.